Let's see. What do I want to tell you? What do I want to tell you? What do I want to tell you? Hmm. BNGO at $3.25 after hours. How you feeling? I don't know how you're feeling, but if you ever want to talk to me, and I do want to talk to you, my number is 215-219-7699. My name is Mark Nejma. I hold 991,000 shares of BNGO. If you think I'm not scared to death, uh, I think you would be wrong. Of course I'm scared, but I have to make judgment calls based on what I think is happening. Now, I do think that we have some pressure from uh, actions of our government as well as the Federal Reserve, which acts independently, as I might add. And those actions are bringing on a defense against inflation, which is very good for the market. We can't let inflation get completely out of hand. So therefore, we have to be cautious and take the actions that are necessary. There's supposed to be three interest rate hikes next year, which probably will raise the interest rate to 2.5% at the most. I think um, the numbers that came in for the retail here in November were kind of weak, so maybe we don't have as much inflation coming down the pike the way Kathy Wood had said it would turn out, that we would have less accumulation of things, of less buying. So maybe she's right there. But let's talk about my emotions and how I really am feeling. So $15.69 was exciting to me, and I guess I had the greed uh, in me, and I said, no, this is going to $25. Uh, $7 in the middle of the summer felt like, well, it's okay. I think the stock price is going to go up. Then it went to $9, and it was there for a very short time, and then came tumbling down. So what is really happening? Do I know? I don't really know. Uh, do I think I should sell? Not until after the first of the year. Um, I don't think I'm going to be selling. I think I want to hold on as long as possible. Um, I think taking profits is very important, uh, but to give up profits is also pretty stupid. So what I'm kind of saying is that uh, I definitely think there was tax selling, but I definitely think that the genomics industry has people kind of shying away from it. Now, this is crazy, but I also think that, heck, the hedge funds absolutely hate Kathy Wood. And if you look at the different industries that are going down, you have uh, a lot of action against Tesla, right? You have a lot of action against uh, AI with Palantir. You have a lot of action against uh, Illumina and other genomic stocks. Pretty much anywhere the Kathy Wood, it seems like the industries are under attack. Now, Kathy Wood became pretty famous because she got tremendous returns, and the publicity of those returns, it seems, has caused a lot of animosity. Then we saw the GameStops and the AMC's go after the hedge funds and kind of beat them at their own game by creating an advertising arena in which people jumped on the stocks, and it drove the stocks way up, and shorts weren't able to do anything except cover, which drove the stocks up even further. I think that Wall Street has had the real powerful people. I mean, the way they speak about retail investors are like we're complete idiots. Well, for sure, I would be a complete idiot if I played into their hands and did not hold, right? So the average retail investor, some stupid roofer, right? guy who climbs up on roofs, bangs his hands up, works like a jackass his whole life. Well, maybe he should get scared out of the stock. Maybe I should be like shaking in my boots. Maybe if I bought at $8 or $10 or $12, I would feel that way. Now, I will tell you that I did sell 100,000 shares at $11. Um, I probably should have sold all of it, but I would have had a tremendous tax bill. Uh, but then I bought back BNGO at around $6. I bought that 100,000 shares right back again. So now my average of my stock is $2 because I made that purchase. Um, but, I got to figure out what's really going on here. Does the company really suck? Or are they just spending too much money and somebody knows this and, hedge funds are selling or institutions are selling? I went on to look at what institutions really own, and it seems like they're still at 28% holding. And that's pretty high as far as I'm concerned. And the shorters, I don't know the exact percentage, but they're definitely there because, there's so many shorters posting on these boards. I mean, the only reason why they would be posting such negative comments is because they're trying to convince guys like me to be scared and to get out and hurry up. It's too late and we're going to $2 and so forth. That really doesn't make a lot of sense to me because we really haven't heard anything negative except two things. One is that we spent too much money last quarter. $20 million is a lot of money. And two is it looks like we're going to spend a lot of money in the fourth quarter because we bought the software company. So those are some pretty scary things. And then sort of like a third, scary thing might be, Kathy Wood saying that we're not scalable, which, believe me, I don't think that she's right. And if you look at her track record right now, right, everything she says is perfect. But no, she's down 14%. And I'm sure she's feeling the same way we're feeling right now. She's saying, oh, man, maybe I was wrong and, what's going on? She looks like a very confident person, but, kind of the cards are stacked up against her right now. Now, this might just be like a major movement against these disruptive technologies, but, we have to, look at it from an investment standpoint. Every professional investment, like, investor like Ray Dalio or Warren Buffett, always says that the money is always taken from the impatient people and given to the patient people. You only lose if you sell. So I think that the turning point might be the first of the year where we start rebuilding again. I mean, just about anything can happen. The company's been pretty quiet. They did come out with a press release today saying that they came out with version 6.1 for the software. We don't know what kind of pricing is on the software. We don't know if everyone's going to renew it or if we're going to get that residual income for for the software, if they're paying by the month or by the quarter. So it's really hard to say, and we haven't heard much about the build out of the CLIA lab, and we don't know what Lineagen is doing. We don't know how good they're doing or how bad they're doing. And then, of course, the delivery of the machines, which I really wanted to see 40 machines delivered in the fourth quarter. Quite frankly, it seems as if the random press that the people that kind of talk about the stock are kind of implementing that we're not going to get anywhere near 40 machines, which is very disenchanting for me. Makes me kind of upset. But, I don't know everything about the business. I think that, there were tremendous amounts of money that were earned because of COVID, and COVID was such a mysterious thing to every nurse, every doctor. I would think that they would want this type of testing equipment and they would want it quickly. Um, I heard today that there's now a test that they can look for actually cancer cells in your blood through your DNA. That's fascinating stuff, and it's something I would definitely invest in, considering my situation with colon cancer. Um, I also think that there's some exciting things happening, like with synthetic biologics. Whereas they just bought a company that is working on an enzyme that can be taken through intravenous, and this virus actually will go into your bloodstream and seek out the cancer cells and attach itself, and then boom, explode them and destroy them. Uh, they can only do that through this DNA sequencing and DNA optical genome mapping testing to really understand how it's going to work. But it seems like so logical, right? So the cancer cells are so much different, right? But in order for the pharma companies like synthetic biologics and others, uh, you have to have this proper information that goes back to the pharmacology people and get them that information. So, I mean, I start off by saying I'm nervous as hell, but then I really think out loud with you, and I realize that, this is an industry that's going to save people's lives, maybe even my life. So, what's a better investment? Crypto, where you don't even know who owns the crypto? What forces are there? Was it developed by the government? Was it developed by a computer programmer? It's blockchain. Okay, it's doing transactions. What transactions? Whose transactions? How many transactions? How many people are on the peer-to-peer computer line? We don't know any of that. But yet there's billions of dollars being poured into crypto. What's the better bet? I would say stock and companies like BNGO. So I'm scared to death. I'll probably toss and turn a lot, but my decisiveness says I'm holding, and definitely holding for quite some time until I see that price up again to a good number. Not because I love the company. I hate every company. I only like making money. That's my job as an investor. My job is not to love the company. My job is to invest my money and to get a return. All you shorters out there, yeah, you got me scared. Yeah. But I don't care. I'm going to hold. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening. Yes, I'm a little strange, but that's too bad. Uh, See you next time, BNGOers. Have a wonderful weekend.